What is up, YouTube? This is Howlrunner from the Posable Plastic team here today to review the Trade Federation AAT Armored Assault Tank. This is personally one of my favorite vehicles from the entire Star Wars saga and beyond. So let's go ahead and dig into this thing and see what all this guy has to offer. This vehicle is really sweet. I love the paint job on it. Like I said, I am partial, but it is a really good paint job, the best of any AAT they've made yet. So I went ahead and dug out one of my old AATs. This is from the 2003 to 2005 Clone Wars series, which in my opinion was the coolest. So thumbs up for that. But anyway, this new one for episode 1 is really cool. The paint job is spot on. There's some retooling of the body. There's a lot of raised plastic lines now, which the old one does not have. There we go. All this in here. Still has the rivets, which is really cool. Definitely want to keep that in there. And there's some extra paint back in there to give it some extra detail. A lot of stickers. This thing has a ton of stickers. Sticker there, there, two little tiny ones there around the wheels, and a tiny one, well, medium-sized one there. And that's completely under the tank. Then the cannon has been retooled just a little bit. You have some texture now right there. If you can see that. And then along the sides too, it has some texture and some paint. Now as far as the antenna goes, I know these old antennas snapped a lot. I've actually snapped this back antenna here. But what Hasbro did with the new antenna is they replaced it with a new one that bends completely, which is really, really, really cool because you don't like broken pieces on your vehicles, and it's definitely easy to do with thick antennas that snap, and this is definitely a nice replacement for this. Now, the next thing that I wanted to show you was the cannon. The cannon now has a locking mechanism, pretty simple mechanism, that just kind of holds it up in place so you can fire upwards and it stays upwards. In comparison to this, which does not have the locking mechanism, and it falls like so. So that's really cool. Hasbro added that in now because I definitely, thought that was something it was lacking, was a stiffer cannon. The cannon body is definitely stiffer now and a lot harder to pull off in comparison to this, which pops off really easy. Don't exactly understand how it's stiffer. Maybe it's just newer plastic. Next thing I wanted to show you was the cannons. On the older AATs, there were 6 cannons, one for each hole. Now I don't have this one loaded to fire because it would be a pain to pick all those up right now, but I do have this loaded. Now this one, Hasbro, for whatever reason, decided that they are only going to put 4 cannons in this. And you have to press it twice to fire each one. So that's one thing this didn't have, where you'd have to press this button and it would fire all 3. So you'd have one feature here that the old one didn't have, as far as more selective firing ability if you're a player and not a collector. Then you have the exhaust paint, which is really cool. These are painted now, these aren't, so that's really nice. So this older one has the original spinning function, which when you press this button, it does this. It shows a battle damaged droid, which is cool, and I like that function a lot. More for nostalgia than anything. What Hasbro did with this new one, just to kind of refresh the model even further, was they gave you an entirely new mold trying here to show you the detail. There we go. And it's got a lot of detail in here. A lot of just different pipes and switches and exposed hardware. Then you have all the stickers. Right here, right here, right here, right here. And these two. Which is really, really cool. So you can now fit 1, 2, 3 battle droids in here now. Which is really cool because that's more screen accurate. If you look through the episode 1 vehicle guide, this is in there, and you'll see that it actually does drive with 3 droids. You have the targeting droid, the weapons droid, and then the command droid. So that's really cool that they did that. So then, to pop this back on, you just take the mouth, and then you put on that little tongue there, and then pop it back on there. Pretty simple. Move that back on. And there you go. Here's a quick flyby comparison of some 3 3/4 scale droids on the AAT. Just for reiteration, this vehicle does not include any figures. It does not include any figures. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And you can also check us out on Twitter. If you guys have any questions about this figure or any ideas for upcoming reviews, don't forget to email us. Our email is in the description below. Thanks again, guys. What is up, YouTube? This is HowlRunner from the Posable Plastic team, here today to review the Trade Federation AAT Armored Assault Tank. This is personally one of... Damn, the thing is really nice, and it represents the movie really well. Oh crap, a really cool detail. Just for reiteration, the